it's a plot to drop the IQ. Fighting amongst each other over rulers that don't like you. Prefer us trapped in melancholy with the wood ones, a holly suggestions that obliterate to camouflage the folly. Attempted mental robbery, executed sloppily. The pompous see this mockery and walk the talk with me. Put the hands up to touch the Akasha, cause you know deep down there's something bigger than your wallet.
Sweet, eternal balance of all that is good, true, and beautiful, friends. Tonight on Middle Path, it is my great honor to host an OG of the community with a penchant for enlightened astrological interpretations, an uncanny ability to keep the ancient and the new age balanced perfectly in the here and now, and a far-seeing soul to give succor to the masses. He's an English major and a warrior poet like myself, and a man after my own heart, astrologer and host of Farcast, Robert Phoenix. Welcome to Middle Path. How are you doing tonight?
Wow, that was like one of the best introductions I've ever had.
Good, you deserve it.
I'm good. I'm a little, I wouldn't say I'm tired, but it's been a very intense week. We got Mercury and Virgo, and I'm a Virgo, and it's like kind of close to my midheaven, so I've been talking a lot.
Yeah.
And started with Monday night, and I had a 2-hour radio show over on Revolution Radio. And that I had a Mercury-Pluto conjunction. That show's kind of intense, and it was good. So today I was with Freeman for 2 hours. You know Freeman?
Awesome. Yeah, of course.
Right.
We love Freeman here.
Here we are. You're the third part of the Trinity for this week.
Yes, I love it. The triptych. I'm finishing out the triptych.
It's saving the best for last, by the way.
Yes, thank you. That would be high praise if it were true. I appreciate you lying to me. But I do, before we want to get started here, want to shout out to all of the rogue warriors out there who listen to the show and share the show and comment here in the chat while we're talking live and just support in whatever ways they can, as being a member of the locals community or our Telegram group, or coming to rogueways.org and grabbing a tarot reading or seeing what's in the shop there for you. There's orgone, there's crystal and stone jewelry, there's all kinds of things. So all of you out there, mwah, love you. You're the reason that we're here. You make the dream real, and you keep the love pouring out, and we need the love pouring out right now. We need like an ocean, a flood of love right now. So I'm so glad to be here with all of you. And Robert, I always start with a pointless question of the episode, and so I was wondering, where is the best place, unless you don't want to give away your location, you can be vague, and at least share with us your favorite food, but where is the best place to eat your favorite food? It's a double question, really.
Yeah, I know, right? So, okay, I have two answers to that question.
Okay.
One is wherever I am, right? Wherever I am, that's going to be the best place to eat my favorite food.
That's a good answer.
If I had to take like one place other than that, I used to really love to go out and eat. I was a big foodie. I came from the Bay Area, San Francisco. It's a huge cuisine area. So, I could come up with a restaurant or something like that. I'll tell you what, it's not the best place, but in some ways, to me, it is the most, how would I say this? It's not there anymore, but inspiring place. So there used to be this restaurant in San Francisco called the Cliff House. And the Cliff House was part of what we would consider a Tartarian structure.
Wow. And
they had the Cliff House, which was, this whole big place where they had pools, they had saltwater pools, they had freshwater pools. It was called the Sutro Baths way back then. So the Cliff House was kind of the last remnant of that place. And again, it was one of these places, like the Sutro Baths. I would just go there and hang out and climb around the baths and the cliffs and things like that for hours. I loved it there. I don't know why I loved it there, but I loved it there. And it had the same kind of vibe for me as the Palace of Fine Arts, and which is another place I just used to be gravitated to. And these tend to both be very kinds of Tartarian sorts of places. So I would say that place has a lot of resonance. They don't serve food there anymore. An amazing view of the Pacific Ocean, incredible.
Oh, wow.
Like incredible. You would see the Golden Gate Bridge, you see the Marin Headlands, and they had a pretty good clam chowder. So if you wanted to have kind of this, Tartarian timeline vibration with a really good bowl of clam chowder and this beautiful expanse of the opening of the bay, it's like right there is where the ocean is coming into the bay. That's a place that I have a fond memory of, and it's a pretty cool place.
That sounds like an amazing place. Like, I want to go there just based on your description really badly, to soak in like tubs and pools in a Tartarian, because even if the energy gathering mechanisms of this Antiquitech have maybe been dismantled, I feel like there's still a very strong...
There's a resonance there.
Yeah.
And this is long before the whole Tartarian thing.
Wow.
But I used to go there feeling like I was amongst the ruins of Rome. That's what it felt like to me. And it's a really interesting area. So yeah, the vibe is good. They also have a couple of other interesting things there, at least they did. They had this one little arcade called the Musée Mécanique. So they had all these arcade games from like the turn of the century in the 20s, and, very, kind of, I don't know, I wouldn't say primitive, but they're very mechanical, right? They're not like slick games. I used to love playing all those old games. And then they have this like giant camera that you could actually walk into. And it was based on something that Da Vinci did. So you would get this 360 degree view of that area. So there was a lot of really interesting things just like associated with that space too.
Wow. That sounds fun. And that stuff's still there right now. It's just...
I don't know what's there now.
Okay.
The Musée Mécanique got broken up, and a lot of those old arcade games got moved over to an arcade in El Cerrito, California. The most famous thing with the Musée Mécanique was this animatronic character named Laughing Sal. And Laughing Sal used to be at a place called Playland by the beach, which was this really seedy, rough amusement park right there on the Great Highway. So Laughing Sal was there at the front of the funhouse, and Laughing Sal traumatized like thousands of kids.
I was gonna say, it doesn't sound very happy to me for what
Laughing Sal was creepy, right? You just kind of wanted to look away and get past Laughing Sal and get into the funhouse. That was the main thing.
This is like a Stephen King book could be written about Laughing Sal. It's maybe amazing.
It should involve a child, right? Stephen King's always got these child themes. Yeah. My favorite food, which is, it's a really good question, but I would have to say that I like kind of weird sushi.
Ooh.
Like there's a type of sushi called uni, which is monkfish liver.
Oh, wow.
And I really love that. It's probably terrible for you. It's probably crawling with parasites.
I was going to say it's probably great for you because liver has all of these rare minerals and stuff that we never get anywhere else.
I'm going to look the other way. Yeah. It is the pate. It's the pate of the ocean.
Yum. Now I have to try it because I've never even heard of that, and I consider myself somewhat of a sushi fan. So I've got to go find it. Well, that was a fun little excursion. And I guess on Middle Path, we like to do some practices or, some things that people can apply directly to their lives at the beginning and the end of the episode. And so I'm about to lead us in just a short practice where people can get into the moment and really maybe hold on to this and bring it into their daily lives from here on out. And it's something that I really think is necessary. And it is going to involve repetition, repeating after me like a mantra. And so, Robert, if you want to participate, you can do so, and maybe just mute so people can hear clearly if you'd like to do that. And everyone on YouTube and Facebook right now, we're heading over to Rockfin only. So the link is right below you. You can just click over. It's free. If you haven't made a profile yet, it's free and it's super easy. And you had to make a profile to do everything you're doing on Facebook or on YouTube and also on Rockfin, everywhere you have to. So super easy. Hop over if you're not already there. That's where the party's at anyway. That's where everybody is and is chatting. And we will see you there. And otherwise, I love you, YouTube. I love you, Facebook people. But we are going to Rockfin. And so we'll see you later.